Welcome to Brook and Bramble Farm Podcast
with Chris
and Micah,
where we talk about budget homesteading,
homemaking,
and whatever else is on our minds.
We're back.
This is actually take 2.
Yeah, we started it and then the dishwasher was running.
So, anyway.
We're back and it's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day today. How do you feel about being a mom?
As I said on take 1, I love being a mom. I love my kids so much. They are a little bit
exhausting and overwhelming.
But I think everybody's kids can be.
Clingy.
They're so good, though. I love them.
Yeah. They went with me today down to visit my mom at my brother's house.
Mm-hmm.
And they were incredibly good.
Aww.
But they had... there's incessant questioning when driving long distances with children.
Like about when they'll get there?
No, not even that. Mainly like why I'm such a bad driver, apparently.
Who said you're a bad driver?
Oh, well, Agnes was questioning my driving skills the whole time.
She's 3.
Yeah, so she kept asking me why we stopped, why we haven't gone yet, why we're going so slow. You know, all the rudimentary questions that a 3-year-old should be asking a seasoned driver.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so it was an interesting...
I stayed at home.
Yeah, Micah was at home because this was my mom. And nothing against her at all, but I think Micah's biggest gift for Mother's Day was like a couple of hours not being constantly harassed.
Here's what I did today. This morning, Chris showed me how to use his angle grinder, and I made a mineral buffet for our goats, which is where you put 20 different minerals that goats need into individual bins. I used a cattle panel. I followed the directions on littleavalonfarm.com. And it worked out great. I was able to do it mostly myself, right? You didn't help me that much.
No, I didn't really do anything.
You helped me put it in there.
I was so lazy.
In the goat paddock. No, you weren't.
I did nothing.
But it was... So I finished that project, which I've been wanting to do for a long time because our goats they're just lacking something. One of them isn't thriving like she could be. She's a little thin. So I think this will be the key.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's not going to solve their brain deadness, but it will...
Goats. Okay. Goats are lovely. I think they're fun. They're entertaining.
They're entertaining in a way that is...
Are like...
It's entertaining because it's like watching the most clueless...
They're...
absolutely unaware being try to navigate its way through the world.
They're ridiculous. Yeah. They're absolutely ridiculous. I accidentally put some food into a bin that already had their own excrement in it the other day, and they were fighting each other to eat this food.
Poo food.
Or like their own poo food, and it was so gross. I was trying to pull them back and they were like fighting me to get to it and push each other out of the way.
Dumb.
And I was like, oh, I was really grossed out by them in that moment. I was like, wow, these are like rats. But then I felt like it was like almost a metaphor for like, I felt like it should be a metaphor for something. Like maybe doom scrolling or something. Like you get that little nugget of tasty, like a fun reel,
but then
amidst
you get
all the other
excrement.
I was like, maybe this is a reflection of myself when I shouldn't be scrolling or something.
And then so that brings us to goat birthery.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
What?
Because I was talking about what I did today.
Oh, sorry.
And
that
so
doesn't lead to goat birthery. There's nothing about goat birthery at all.
We will get there.
Okay.
When we get there.
Okay.
I made a goat mineral buffet, and then Chris took the kids to his brother's house to celebrate Mother's Day with his mom, which I probably should have gone, but I didn't. I stayed home, and I got a lot done. I So when the kids are gone, I like to organize their stuff that they would, object to me putting away.
Sure.
Like, I put a lot of stuff in storage. I didn't throw anything out.
That's
I put
too
a lot
bad.
of stuff in storage. I said, if you miss it, if you know there's an item missing, you can tell me and I'll get it for you. But I'm not telling you what I put in there because you're not going to miss it.
Yep.
And then I moved all their artwork off the wall. I made like a little gallery artwork wall in their closet. And then what did I do after that? I cleaned the playroom. I cleaned their bedroom, and then they all share a room. What did I do after that? Oh, I worked on my guide. I'm making a recipe budget grocery shopping guide. Like how we meal plan and rotate meals and that kind of thing. So I worked on that for a really long time, copied out some of our favorite recipes. And that was it. And then Chris is making me chocolate mousse, and the kids gave me a very relaxing massage.
Yeah.
All three of them.
So relaxing.
For about 5 minutes. So that was sweet.
We're making chocolate mousse, which is in the fridge, but currently also making mozzarella cheese from our fresh goat's milk.
Which leads us...
Which now finally, at the end of all things, leads us to goat birthery.
Yeah. So we had, since we've spoken last, we have
had this two-way conversation.
We've had 2 goat births. I have...
Like 3 weeks apart, right?
The only births I've been present for
are your own?
Were my own, and 1 cow birth, which was relatively easy. I did help her pull the calf out a little bit at the end because she's kind of old.
Yeah.
The goat birth,
first
one of them we missed.
Yeah, it happened
Totally
instantly.
missed. My daughter came inside from taking care of the chickens. She's 10.
Margot.
And she said, "There's a baby goat."
Yeah.
And there she was.
And that was like the coldest morning of the spring. She was freezing.
So we got her warmed up. I'm so glad we found her in time to get her warmed up.
She was Potato's baby, so we probably didn't have anything to worry about because Potato is like the hardiest goat in the world. But then
our other goat, Ethel, is not... She's the one who's not quite thriving, and we're not sure why. But she had her baby. I knew she was in labor. I went out there. I saw 1 hoof. Waited a couple minutes, but then I was like, I'm going in. Because they usually say if they're presenting only 1 hoof, one is like kind of bent back. So I reached in, got my finger around another little hoof, pulled it out, and then her next push, the head started coming out. Got the head out. Baby was clearly alive and breathing, and then a few more pushes after that with me kind of helping her with each contraction. Little Buck was born. We call him Bucky. We're not keeping Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky is going to a new home.
We're keeping him till he's weaned. Yeah.
Yep, and in typical fashion of our goats having to be bottle fed, the mothers immediately
they're terrible.
Kicked their children.
They still they beat up their kids.
Yeah, they're child abusers.
If they were humans,
the DSS would have already been here.
CPS would have gotten involved.
A long time ago. Yeah.
They just if their kid is in their way, they trample them.
Yeah, well, especially if their kid is between them and some poop food.
Kick them out of the way of the utter, just totally
the worst.
If their kids are just standing there minding their own business, they will go to them to headbutt them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So, yeah, it's like a life lesson. Like, don't be a goat mom.
Don't be a goat mom.
Don't be a Potato or an Ethel. They're the worst. The worst moms ever.
Terrible. But I don't mind bottle feeding them. Do you? It hasn't been
actually,
a huge chore.
The nice thing about bottle feeding, though, is that you know for sure that those baby goats have been fed the adequate amount of food that they need to grow healthy and strong.
And they'll be very friendly.
Yeah, they'll be hand fed. They come running up. Actually, it's getting to the verge of really annoying. Because they try and nurse on anything. It doesn't even need to be remotely bottle shaped.
Yeah.
Like, I was out there trying to help you cut zip ties today because the goats were chewing on zip ties that we had used around the buffet feeder. Well, I crouched down to cut some zip ties, and I'm trying to like cut with the flush cut pliers in one hand, and I'm holding the zip tie with the other one. And the whole time, two baby goats are like, they're whacking my hands, trying to nurse on my hands, even though I had just fed them, like not that long ago.
Yeah. Goats are ridiculous.
They really are. They're like dogs, except they don't bark as loud, but they're more annoying.
Yeah, well, depends.
I guess you could have an annoying dog, but anyway. But because we have goat babies, we also have lots of goat milk now.
Yes. And honestly, I'm not just saying this, it tastes good.
Yeah, so I know we got a lot of feedback originally when we got goats for milking. People were like, goat milk is disgusting. It tastes like goat. And your discovery was get it in the freezer right away and chill it very quickly.
Well, that's what everybody said to do. So
it tastes like cow milk now.
We put it in the freezer probably for like 2 hours because I always forget about it.
Yeah.
And then we strain it again. So I milk into one of those cheesecloths that I made.
Available on our website, by the way.
Available at brookandbramble.com. Milk it into, like it's on the top of the pan that I milk into. And then once I bring it in, freeze it for a little bit to get it cooled down rapidly. And then I bring it in and filter it through a
coffee filter,
reusable coffee filter.
That's from the Shenandoah Valley.
No, they're not. They're not. The milking pan is.
Right.
The filters are from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So they get filtered twice, basically, and then potatoes milk we've been drinking, and it's very tasty.
And making
we
cheese
haven't tried Ethel's milk yet, because the first 2 weeks it tastes kind of gross, just in general, as it transitions from colostrum. So I haven't tried it yet, but I will try it at the 2-week mark. And what are you making right now?
Currently, I think we already said it, but we're making mozzarella. We have a gallon. We have a gallon of milk. We have been using, what is the name of that book? Cheese making.
The Art of Cheese Making. I forget the guy.
Yeah.
Who wrote it?
The art. Yeah, but it's like simple cheese making. It's like if you want to make cheese, any type of cheese, really. Mm-hmm. Using almost no equipment at all.
Yeah, I think you could just use regular store milk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually made cheese from regular store milk, and it works great. The only thing that's nice about this milk is because it's goat milk. Some people don't know this, so I'm going to say it. Goat milk does not separate the way that cow's milk does, so the cream stays in the milk unless you have a cream. It's like naturally homogenized. Because I guess the droplets of fat are too small in goat's milk to amalgamate together, but because of that, any of the cheese that we end up making is full cream in the milk cheese, which
creamy cheese.
It's creamy cheese, yeah. And Nubian milk, which our goats are Nubians, is one of the highest, I guess, cream.
I didn't look that up.
I think I looked it up.
Good.
It's one of the highest creams of any of the goats that are.
Our daughter asked me today why I chose Nubian goats.
Because they're not creepy. Like you can offset the creepy with the floppy ears.
I like their ears. I think they're cute. But also Tasha Tudor had Nubians.
Oh.
And when I was a young child, I saw miniature Nubians. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
They look like normal Nubians with little stubby legs.
Some kind of farm auction or something we were at. And I was like, oh, I want that.
And here we are. Although we have
full size.
They say they're full size, but they are not.
Ethel's smaller than Potato. Yeah. Potato's full size.
Potato's a chubby little.
She's a potato.
Monster. But anyway,
what do you got on here? Garden prep.
Well, yeah, we had goat milk. So currently we're making mozzarella. We did make 1.5 pounds of chev.
Okay.
Which came out really good.
Yeah, that was tasty.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's like milk, kefir, and rennet, and salt.
It was so
Job done. Anyway, yeah, that's our goat stories. So we haven't done a podcast in quite a while. So
we haven't.
We a lot going on. Trying to catch up.
Oh my goodness, so much going on. But you've been doing the garden prep.
Yeah, garden prep. We have 2 raised beds built, and I also have a huge plot, which I didn't realize how big it was until I was mowing around it today. that I tilled for. I wanted to do wheat in the whole thing, but I actually didn't even have enough wheat seed. Yeah. So it's half wheat, half broom corn. Mm-hmm. And it was tilled and seeded, and then we don't have any of the actual like farming equipment other than the rototiller. So I seeded it by broadcasting the seed by hand and then raking it in with a landscape rake and then driving over it with the mower with the blades off to pack it down.
You do what you gotta do.
You gotta do, yeah. But so hopefully we'll have some wheat and some broom corn this year for making brooms, which if we do get a crop of broom corn, we can make brooms and put them up for sale in the fall.
I love making brooms.
On our website. But
it just feels so, like, I almost wanted to brag about it we went to a reenactment on Saturday, like a...
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday. What were they reenacting?
They were reenacting, they were the Charlotte...
Just like an encampment.
The Charlotte County Militia, which was the original... We're in Washington County, New York. They were the original Washington County. Mm-hmm. And then after the Revolution, they changed the name to Washington County instead of Charlotte County because they didn't want any association with England. So anyway, it was a really fun little reenactment. We did... we got to talk to the reenactors for quite a while.
Yep, learned some things.
Try to recruit us.
We thought about joining.
I actually still would love to.
I still kind of want to.
Yeah, it would be so fun.
But where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I totally lost my train of thought. Why did I bring that up?
We went to go reenactments yesterday.
Because I was gonna say something. I've totally lost it. Sorry. Anyway, we were talking about gardening, and then I thought about that because.
Oh, broom corn.
Broom corn. I wanted to brag about it to the reenactors and say, like, that's my special skill.
I can make
if
brooms.
I join you, I don't know if they need brooms in the army.
Yeah, they do.
They sweep their tents.
You know what else I was thinking is what we could bring to the thing for reenactment authenticity.
What?
A woven wicker basket full of chickens, like a woven cage with laying hens in it.
I don't know. Did they have hens in an encampment though?
I actually looked this up because I was curious if we ended up ever doing this. Like, could we bring chickens in like a wooden cage? And they said that in all probability, a colonial encampment would have had chickens. It would have had some form of they don't talk about their food. Historians want to talk about battles and what general did what and the tactics of the battles. But very little time has been spent looking into the infrastructure and logistics of colonial or pre-modern warfare.
So they had chickens there?
So they said in all probability there were probably at least chickens for meat, if not laying hens. Because you can only feed an army barley and water for so long.
Yeah.
You know, like you need to be able to substitute some protein so that they don't wither away.
Yeah. Well, he said I could join because women needed to do laundry to get rid of the lice. So I would be a laundry maid, I guess.
With chickens.
Yeah.
A laundry maid with chickens and brooms.
I don't know what our kids would do.
They would just wander around looking cute in mob caps.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, and honestly, given the number of people that were there yesterday, having just our family would basically double the size of the encampment.
So that's cool.
Yeah. So
anyway, jury's still out on if we're joining a...
It would be cool. I would love to do it, but it comes down to we have too many hobbies already.
Yeah, which brings us to your last point there.
What we realized about ourselves is that the reason we are always so overwhelmed is because we have way too many hobbies than two people should have.
Yeah.
And we enjoy them all. And so we actually overwhelm ourselves with our enjoyment.
Because we're not willing to let any of it go.
No.
Or put anything off our plate.
Nope.
And we like really want
That's off the table entirely.
Help and support each other. Like I feel like I need help in the house and with chores or whatever, which I have the kids help me. So that's good. But like
I help you sometimes.
You help sometimes, but like, and then I want to help you and support you with all that you do. But we just can't really help each other that much because we always have a full schedule
and then
of things that we're doing.
Aside from that, we have other people
constantly
that we want to help.
Yeah, we just have
outside
too
of our
much
family.
for people to be doing.
But we enjoy all of it. And so what we've realized is that we are so stressed out because we enjoy ourselves too much.
Yeah, we're stressed out with blessings.
Yeah. Hashtag fun. Blessings stress.
And none of it makes us money.
No, none of it does.
So we're like...
But some of it saves us money.
Yeah.
But a lot of it just costs us money.
I know. We're like trying to live a life that's realistic, but also
not be realistic.
Trying to do all these things that we dream of doing.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, is that we're trying to, like, we see things that we want to be able to do, and we're not willing to give up the dream of being able to do those things. Mm-hmm. But we also, like...
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, should I just cut something out? Like, what should I...
No, it's
well, I did recently. We cut one thing out.
We did?
Yeah. Remember I tried to do an agency thing?
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I tried to do like a brand deal agency. Like it just didn't work out for us.
It didn't work, no.
But that's okay.
But we have a list.
It was a good learning experience.
Yeah, we learned not to do that.
And yeah, it was supposed to help us, but it didn't.
It was the opposite of help. But anyway, we
But that's one thing that
we have. Yeah, but we have a list of things that some of the stuff is crossed
Chris
off
has
on
our chalkboard in the living room. Chris
the herb box was a big one.
List. You could cross out wheat plot, right?
Oh yeah,
the wheat plot.
I still have to put a fence around it, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
The herb box was a big thing. I thought that was going to take a lot longer than it did.
Yeah, you got that done really fast.
And so we have a stone herb box that I made. And I am going down in October. It turns out, so I really I've loved working with stone for years and years and years. I don't know. I've always been attracted to like pictures of Ireland with the beautiful stone walls and stuff. And I've loved working with it for years, and I wish I could do it more often. But anyway, I was looking and I was like, it would be so cool to take a course in this, but the odds that there's one available anywhere close by are pretty slim. Like, I'm probably going to have to go to England or something, and that's just way out of our budget and time. So I spent like 20 minutes looking, and it turns out there is a British certified stone walling school like an hour from us. Mm-hmm. So in October, I'm going to go down and start my stone walling journey.
He's going to be a stone man.
Yeah. So watch out, world.
You won't even imagine the kind of walls he's going to build.
They're going to be at least 2 feet tall.
They're going to be beautiful, and he's going to make them professionally.
And then our taxes will go up.
We didn't have enough going on, so now we're becoming stonemasons.
Yep, we're going to add stonework to that mix.
Yep.
But it will replace some other things.
It will.
Yeah, like fencing. Because
I'm going to do all our fencing in stone?
Why not? We're already overwhelmed. We might as well go for it.
Well, I guess it's kind of free because we have so much stone.
We have tons of stone in our field.
Find it.
We don't even need to find it. They already found it for us. It's all along the edge of the field. There's an old crumbling... I want to say there's an old crumbling stone wall, but it's not. It's an old crumbling pile of stone.
Yeah.
When they were cleaning the field out to farm it, the farmer, maybe 100 to 120 years ago, just made a line of stone along the edge of the field. He didn't stack it or anything.
Here's a new farmer here to repurpose
all of his stone into stone walls.
I think we gotta wrap it up because your timer's gonna go off.
Well, I was just gonna say you could edit it out and then I'd go shut it off, but none of this is gonna get edited out, is it? I guess I could
do that. Nope, this is all solid gold. Staying in.
People are gonna want to hear this.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah, plus
nuggets of wisdom.
Plus our chocolate mousse is going to be ready soon.
Yeah, we got to eat that.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening.
Yeah, sorry it's been so long that we haven't done.
We're just really busy, but everybody's busy.
Everybody's busy. So hopefully this short 25 minutes will be a fun 25 minutes for somebody to listen to.
We look forward to reading all of your comments and seeing all of your 5-star reviews.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a great
And have
night.
a wonderful day.